Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good morning to my dear students. How are you? I hope this lecture will also find you in best of your health and best of your studies as well. So there are two exercises in between which I am going to skip now because from the time to time I have already told you uh, those concepts. So I will keep on uh, telling you these concepts from in between the lectures as well. But today I am going to start with BODMAS. Now, what is BODMAS? I have already told you about the order of doing the question with BODMAS, and that is BODMAS. I've already written one example over here, but you see there are three uh, brackets in between this one question. So let me take B, and B means bracket. But which bracket? Either I have to solve this bracket, or I have to solve this bracket first, or I have to solve this bracket first. There is an order, and I am going to write that order in color. Now, first of all, the these curly brackets, or which are called parentheses, these are solved. And after that, the flower bracket is solved, and in the last, the square brackets are solved. But in few questions, and but some writers change this with this, as this writer has changed. He has started with flower bracket instead of a square bracket, and he has written here the square bracket instead of flower bracket. In some courses, this comes first and this is the second. But anyway, you have to solve the parentheses first of all. Now what we do? So dear students, let us start with the parentheses. Now I have to write this sign over here, that implies by. Now keep on writing the other things as these are written, but solve the parentheses first. Now you see the greater quantity is with the negative sign, so there will be a difference, and you see that the difference with minus sign. And now the other bracket, that is 11, if you add them it will come as 11. And you can, yes, you can solve this also. If you want to make another step, you can solve in this third step, but let me do it in this step. Minus and plus quantities when multiplied gives us minus, and it is 16, and we close this bracket. So that implies by 2 minus, multiply these because this bracket stands for multiplication. So what we do is minus 20 and minus 44, and minus 16 as it was written. That implies by, now solve this because in the middle you find this one. Now you have to solve this one. Now becomes minus and minus are at the same direction, so what we do, we add them with the minus sign, but it will come 64 minus 16, and in the last maybe Now this minus sign is multiplying with this minus sign. It becomes as positive. This bracket has also finished now. Now what we have left with is 2, 64 and 16. Add these two numbers. This becomes 66 minus 16. And that implies by 50 answer. So you see that it was an interesting question, and but a new one with the new concepts, and you did it with great ease and comfort. You have to just in the last you have to also solve this bracket in the end. So 66 minus 16 is 50, and that is our answer, and this was the example. Now I proceed towards the exercise. So let us start our exercise, and that is exercise number 114, 1.14. And let us start with question number 1, and we take part A. Dear students, it is very easy. 4 plus 7 multiplied 3. Now straight away, just solve this bracket first. To save, you have to do it in this manner, but to save the space, I am going to solve it in this manner. So this becomes 11 multiplied by 3. It becomes 33. You have just to add these two. It becomes as 11, and then you have to multiply it with 3, and it becomes 33, and this is the answer. Part C. Students, I am going to solve some of few questions from few parts from some question number 1, because we have to cover this exercise as soon as possible. So C is 50 divided by 20 plus 5. So it is again very easy. You leave this as it is. Don't forget to write this sign. This is implies by this sign. Okay. So as per the order of BODMAS, you have to solve this. So it becomes 25. Okay. So again, 50 divided by 25. You can direct divide it by 25, or you can convert this in multiplication sign. So what does it becomes? 1 upon 25, or that is equal to 2. Answer. See how simple these questions are. One more question from this exercise, and that is part I. Part I says 15 multiplied 15 multiplied minus 0 minus 15. So 15 multiplied bracket start 15 minus 0, 15 minus 15, and bracket closes. Now as per order we have to solve this. The answer is 0, I know. 15 minus 15 is 0, and anything which is multiplied with 0, anything which is multiplied with 0 is 0. So 0 is answer. Now question number 2. question number 2. I think I still have some space to do some questions. Part B. 12 minus 4 multiplied 6 plus 3. Simultaneously solve these two brackets. 12 minus 4 is 8. Multiply the sign, and 6 plus 3 is 9, and it becomes a 72 answer. Part E. 4 multiplied 2 plus 8 multiplied 3. 4 multiplied 2, 8 multiplied 3, and the operational sign is a plus. So what we do, simultaneously solve these two brackets at the very start. 8 plus 8 plus 24, because this is multiplication sign. This is multiplication sign. 8 3 times 24, and plus sign here, and then again 8, and it becomes 32. And the interesting part coming up is age. 12 plus 13, and it is being divided by 5 the whole square. We should see that we have come up with 1 power. Now we have to do it like this. That becomes 25. 12 plus 13 is 25, and it is divided by 5 square. 5 times 5. That means 5 times 5. What does it mean? What does it mean? 5 times 5. 5 times 5. No, it is 25 again. So what I did here, I changed the sign of division into multiplication. It is your will that either you just divide this or you change it the sign into multiplication. Let me do it in this way. When you change the sign in multiplication, what does it mean? That you have to take the reciprocal of this thing, 1 upon 25. So what does it become now? 25 goes with 1, and the answer is 1. One more question, and that is I. I, that is 56 minus 6 the whole square multiplied 4 plus 3 multiplied 4 plus 3. So dear students, you see in bracket there is 1 power we have come up with now. Before proceeding to bracket, we have to solve the power. So what we do, we just put an implies by sign over here, then 56 minus 36, 6 times 36, and then you can proceed over here. You can just also solve this. So this becomes 56 minus 36 becomes 20, multiplied by 7, and that gives us 140. With this, we complete our question number 2. If this is not visible to you, uh, this step is done over here, and that is 140 answer. Now, dear students, proceed towards the question number 3. And what does it say? It says to simplify the questions whichsoever is given. But he has also given one hint, and that hint is remember to work from the innermost symbol to the outermost symbol. Well, we are doing it. Let me start from question number 3 and the part B. E. Question number 3, part E. 200 multiplied by the flower bracket 100 minus bracket again 100 minus bracket again 4 minus 2 plus 8 4 multiplied 2 plus 8 close this bracket as in order these are coming. Now you see this was the last, parenthesis was the last, so we close it first. It was the second last, we close it in the second last, and the first was, and we close it in the last. So according to his hint, according to the writer's hint, we have to solve this, and this is the way of doing the parenthesis or the brackets. I have already told you that the order of our brackets will remain as first the bracket, parenthesis, then the square brackets, and then the flower brackets. I have already and also told you that some writers uh, write this instead of this, and it does not make any difference. But eventually we have to solve the innermost thing, and the innermost is, you just started from here, that keep on writing the other things as these are written over here. Now you see that these are written like as the question was, just solve this. And when you solve the parenthesis, you need not to write the parenthesis. Now this is diminished. Okay, we have solved this, so the parentheses are diminished. I have saved one step. So the next step be 200 multiplied by again bracket minus, and now when you solve this bracket will also diminish. Now you see it comes in Okay, so only flower bracket is left now. So what we do is 200 multiplied by 100 minus 40 is 60. So write it in 1, 2, 3 zeros. Write 3 zeros over here. Easy way to multiply. Oh, as many zeros you have in multiplication, you write in your answer, and then just add, just multiply. 6 multiplied 2 is 12. Is 12,000 is your answer now. Dear students, proceed to next part, and that is age I have selected now. The rest, don't worry if you don't if you can't solve these questions. Just write me in comment section. I'll do it for you. You try yourself. Try again. Try again. You will be able to find the solution if only you observe the order in correct manner. I've chosen a little different question because some more operations are coming in this question, and it is age, question number 3, part age, and that starts from 6 multiplied by a bracket start 20 divided by 4 within parenthesis 20 divided by 4 minus 6 minus 3 minus 6 minus 3 plus 2, and you have to close it also. So what happens to this? We'll solve these two simultaneously first, because these are the innermost. So don't forget to write this sign of implies by. Bring the which are not solved in the first time as it is. So 20 divided by 4. What does it mean? 20 divided by 4. I have already told you, you can do it like this or you can do it like this, whichever is easy to you. So 20 divided by 4 is 5, you know. And when you have solved this, you need not to write the parenthesis. 5 minus 6 minus 3 is 3. But you see, it is being multiplied by minus as well. So what happens here? I first write it like this, and in the second step I will go for the multiplication over here. 6 minus 3 is 3. So what comes? 6 multiplied by 5, and minus when multiplied by plus sign gives us minus 3 and plus 2. So you see, there are two operational signs now, two plus and one minus. So add the as many plus and add the as many negative signs, add them. So 5 plus 2 is 7 and 3 is unknown, so just subtract. Now it becomes 7 minus 3, 4. So what becomes here? 4, and the answer is 24. Well, last part coming up for today's session. Last question is coming up for, and that is part I, question number 3, part I. The rest of 2 questions I will do in the next session. Okay. 1000 minus. This is, let me start from here because question is a bit longer. 1000 minus start bracket 6 multiplied by with a small bracket and 4 plus 20 minus 4 multiplied 3 plus 0 bracket closed and bracket again closed. So it is very simple question again. Write the things which are not solved in the first step as these are. So we have to solve these two parentheses in the very first step. Now when you solve this, we need not to write these parentheses again. So what does it happen? It is 24. 20 plus 4, 24, and 3 plus 0 is 3, and minus 4 multiplied by 3 is minus 12. Minus 4 multiplied by 3 is minus 12. So our these two are diminished with the solution. So you see here we have come up with the example I told you. 2 2 plus 2 multiplied 2. Now you see that we have come with two signs now. And according to BODMAS, we have to solve this part first, and whatsoever come the answer we have to minus 12 from that one. So 624 times 24 times 6 is 4 times 24, and 6 2 times 12 13 and 14, it is 144. And if you minus 12 from this, it will become 132. So I do it in the step forms. So I have to write 144 minus 12. So keep on writing 1000 132, and now the last 1000 minus 132. 1000 minus 132. So what comes over here? 10. Now this is 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. This is 9. 9 minus 3 is 6. This is again 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. Now it becomes, and this is your answer. Now dear students, you must have enjoyed this session as well, because we are now getting to some higher level of mathematics now, and I hope that you will enjoy more with me. But keep on subscribing me and sharing with your friends and colleagues. Just solve. This is your homework. I am going to give you homework today, and that is you just solve all the three questions um, from part to part, and do not miss any part. And if you feel any difficulty in any part, you just ask me in the comment section below. I'll clear your concepts, and I'll try my best to clear your concepts. So it's time to say Allah Hafiz to you and goodbye. Have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.